I don't even know how to start this. I know it's a bit early. Yeah, it. I posted my other video one day ago, but this had to be said. I am such a big fan of the Super Mario movies. They're my favorite movies from Illumination and probably my favorite animated movies of all time. I'm so excited to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'll do a review on it on Sunday. But it, I want to show you. I don't even want to show the video, but I just want you to hear it of the most stupidest Mario movie critic of all time. Absolutely not knowing what Super Mario Brothers is. Her name is Grace Randolph. Grace, what is wrong with you? Are you stoned? Owned? Owned? Everybody's played a Mario game. I'm such a big Mario fan. You look at me. I got my two little Mario and Luigi guys. They're my lucky charms. And I'm just a fan of Nintendo as a whole. Now, with the whole the entire company of Nintendo is evil. Remember, do not harass anybody who works at Nintendo. Not the entire company is bad. It's just a small, stupid team. But I just want to show you the most worst, stupidest Nintendo hater of all time. Here we go.
So wow! I'm kind of shocked at how bad this movie is. Universal knows, though. Universal knows.
Universal. I'm pretty sure Universal thinks that it's actually a good movie. I never heard Universal say, oh, this is a mistake. We should do better. No. Universal actually thinks this is a good movie. I'm pretty sure.
Which is why the embargo is lifting mere hours before the movie premieres. I don't think this is going to make $1 billion. I think.
Do you know how many movies at least are going to make $1 billion? I mean, it was the most money making movie for a while until Disney blew it out with Inside Out 2. God, I hate that mouse company. But she thinks that at it will not make $1 billion. Wrong.
It might still have a big opening weekend. I don't even know if it's going to make it to Friday. I think word of mouth on this is going to be toxic or whatever
Oh,
toxic
cringe. Oh, God.
So let me walk you through this, right? Because I know a lot of you aren't going to
Hate
believe it. I
this.
think you're going to be seeing a lot of bad reviews drop right now. And
Thank God I'm not showing you it. Links into the description
now,
if you want to torture
before,
yourself.
this movie, I don't play Nintendo games, right? Like I know who the characters are, well, like the big ones, but I'm certainly not a Nintendo fan. But
you know, you can always borrow my. Oh, you know what? No. Scratch that. I heard that she's a casual fan of everything. Like she's a casual Star Wars fan, and so she's just a casual fan of everything.
just like I say, movies shouldn't require homework. This should be accessible to a non-Nintendo fan, especially if it wants to make $1 billion.
A non-Nintendo fan. Yeah, a non-Nintendo fan, sure. I'm pretty sure it's accessible to everyone, like with every Nintendo game being accessible to everyone.
But I do love Illumination movies. I watch The Grinch every year. I love Illumination films. I think they're fantastic.
I'm not that big of a Illumination guy, but I'm definitely into the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Fantastic. And the trailers for this have been very bright and fun. Plus, I've been really getting into Universal Studios Super Nintendo World. Like I haven't had a chance to go there, but I've watched all the videos. I'd like to go.
Yeah, dude, that's my dream. I wouldn't care if Disney World or Disneyland and got shut down, but I will care if Nintendo World stays open or it gets shut down. Um, I really want to go to Super Nintendo World. I will love of that.
Go there. It looks like a good time. So I'm like, this seems fun. Everybody's so excited for Super Nintendo World, for this movie, right? And who doesn't love a party? I'm like, I want to be in here too. Everybody move over. So I was very excited for my
Yeah,
press
party
screening. I was
girl.
like, oh boy. So there were about
Very dumb
40 of
party
us in the
girl.
basement of AMC Lincoln Square, and they gave us free snacks. Yummy. And it was very nice. I had a great seat, wasn't too crowded. I had like my space. I was set. I was like, oh boy. But then the movie started, and again, out of like 40 of us critics, it was a critics only screening. The all media is tonight. It was a critics only.
Yeah, for some reason, critics absolutely despise this movie, be thinking that it's just stupid that Chris Pratt is not voicing Mario how he's supposed to be. I mean, I also voice Mario and Luigi in a stereotypical Italian accent, and but it's kind of reminiscent of the older, like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show cartoons, like with the "What are you talking about? Get out of here!" Except it's more like child friendly.
Screening, and I would say out of 40, maybe 2 people were enjoying and laughing at the movie. They were having a good time, though. Maybe you're one of those too. But the rest of us just...
Yeah, I was having a great time. But you just don't get it.
sat there in stony silence, just waiting for the movie to end. You're like, oh, whew. I mean, I also was not only not enjoying it, but I was shocked that I couldn't get into the movie. I was like, how is this bad? I haven't had this hard a time watching a movie since DC Super Pets.
Yeah, DC Super Pets. Never seen that. I'm pretty sure it just looks like a dumb kids movie to me. It's not really offensive. It's just dumb. Like it's not really bad or good. It's just dumb. Just looks dumb to me.
I would describe both of these movies as torture to sit through.
Torture wouldn't really call something like Super Pets torture. And I will definitely not call the Mario movie torture. How she doesn't clown on any Nintendo fans who enjoyed this, as the Mario movie is mostly enjoyed by autistic Nintendo fans such as myself. I'm pretty sure a lot of autistic people really love Nintendo, like a lot of autistic people love Sonic.
Books, I like mythology. I get into stuff. I'm open to getting into new fandoms. So the fact that I was like,
bull crap. I'm pretty sure you haven't got into anything. You just hate everything. Probably me.
Stop. Was pretty bad. Although I wanted to walk out of DC Super Pets, as I told you, and the only reason I stayed was because again, I'm reviewing it. I'd love to be able to say, hey, it gets really good. Narrator, it does not. And also, the visuals here were pretty good. And I really like Anya Taylor-Joy's Princess Peach and Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong.
I don't know about Seth Rogen being Donkey Kong. I mean, I do think that Donkey Kong, that Seth Rogen's laugh, like the I can't do it. Wait, like that kind of sounds like a gorilla to me a little bit. I think the laugh fits Donkey Kong. But I mean, and I don't really think Donkey Kong talked in the games. I mean, I think in some of the games he can talk through speech bubbles, and I do know that in Donkey Kong 64 he says stuff like "yeah" and "okay" with a very funny, sexy voice. But yeah, that's about it. Did talk in the cartoon though, and sang in the cartoon.
So it wasn't quite as bad as Super Pets, but it was close. It was bad. But speaking of the amazing visuals, Super Mario Brothers is available in 3D. And if you like 3D and you're willing to pay a couple of extra bucks for it, you might want to consider it. Also, maybe as a safety safety net, because the movie's so bad, at least you'll have peak visuals. Particularly the Mario Kart sequences. When I was watching those, I was like, wow, I bet these would look pretty good in 3D. I mean, I think the movie's actually been made to be seen in 3D. I think they should be advertising that more. Like the rainbow road gets all swirly, and then the camera starts swirling, and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty
cool.
cool.
I did feel
Haven't seen it in 3D because my family's not the richest. I mean, the prices for the Switch 2, damn. Tariffs, man.
Oh, why aren't I watching this in 3D? Now, as I said, I've been able to get into other mythologies, but I just couldn't get into this movie despite being a ready and willing participant.
This is also have to be my longest review. No, not a review, a reaction. My longest reaction. It's gonna be pretty long, so here we go.
like, come on, Nintendo World, indoctrinate me. So I thought about it. I saw it last night, and I've been like, why couldn't I get into this movie? And this morning, eureka, it clicked, and I realized the problem. The Super Mario Brothers movie, this latest one, of course, they did the live action one many years ago. But while this is supposed to be an origin story where Mario and Luigi do discover the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay, the live action one. Man, that was bad. Oh, the live action one. I remember seeing it on DVD like years ago, and it was bad.
For the very first time. I didn't even know it was called the Mushroom Kingdom. I had to look it up. It's not even made clear in the movie. But the movie is written for fans and fans only. Nothing is explained to the audience. Not the world, not the characters, not the circumstances.
Come on, it's a land full of mushrooms and pipes and little blocks with question marks. Of course, it doesn't need explanation. It needs showing rather than telling.
And not even really the point. Now, some of you might be like, good, I'm a fan, and I just want to get to it. I mean, there's nothing to get to, but, good...
Nothing to get to? There is something to get to. Oh. Even my grandma, who saw the movie, got it into Mario much more. Probably because my grandma came from Italy. She really likes Mario. Me too. Oh. Oh. Oh, like I do have grandparents who immigrated from Italy. So I'm basically half Italian. That's why I love Mario so much. One of the reasons is because he's Italian.
Screenwriting. It's always been disrespected in Hollywood. But this is it's at its lowest point right now. Like a good
Lowest point. I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of bad movies made by Hollywood. Probably worse. And there are much worse movies that were made by Illumination. Like, have you seen Hop or The Lorax? They're disrespectful. And Hop is just plain out offensive. Like, have you seen that one scene where there are Mexican chickens, like Mexican baby chicks, as slaves? Yeah, slaves.
Writer can make this fun for everyone, right? This is like Nintendo Easter egg the movie, the opposite of Andor. This is just all Easter eggs. You just choke on them. It's too much candy. After a brief opening, which is very Illumination, it seems more Illumination than Nintendo. You could be watching.
Really, more Illumination than Nintendo? Come on, it didn't be like, oh, look at this. This is Brooklyn. Look at all the beautiful little towns like we see in like the movies like The Lorax and The Grinch.
Watching a scene from Sing or Secret Life of Pets, quite frankly. But then after that, there's like no story. Well, and what little story they do have, I found a couple of things. One was confusing. Like, what a...
Confusing scene. I mean, the Mario series does have a story, but it's really simple. I wouldn't really call it confusing. Like, have you seen other Nintendo franchises, like the Zelda timeline? Man, the Zelda timeline, that's going to be a nightmare for you once the Legend of Zelda movie comes out in 2027. Super excited for that. Same with Sonic 4.
Any of the other humans look like Mario and his family? And why is the human world...
Who cares? Have you played Super Mario Odyssey? I mean, they barely even look like cartoon characters at all. They look like they belong in Grand Theft Auto. Oh. And that's what's special for me about New Donk City, that it's trying to surprise players with stuff.
Super realistic, yet full of cartoon-looking characters. I was like, that's weird.
Dude. Super realistic city. Full of cartoon characters. You're reminding me of that one person who said, oh, Mario has realistic hair. It looks scary. I'm pretty sure that guy absolutely flipped out when he seen Sonic's design in the Sonic movie. Not the old one, the new one. I still have nightmares of the old original design, that disgusting road-killed rat.
The animation, though, again, is stunning. And some of the backgrounds in the human world looked almost real. But again, that was so bizarre that there were cartoons running around in that. Back to the story, I would also say it's a little disturbing.
What's so disturbing about a Mario game? Let me pull the camera. Okay, there we go. Much better. What's so disturbing about a Mario game? Oh, wait, I can't quite see this. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Whoopsie. Yeah, that happens sometimes. This is supposed to be an unedited video. Oh. Anyways, after that little hiccup, what is so disturbing about a Mario game? It doesn't go that deep, like with characters dying. I mean, sure, Super Mario Galaxy was kind of deep, but we don't see, like, Rosalina's mother dying in front of us. We just see her saying, oh, Rosalina, you can't live with me anymore. I'm sorry. You're too far away. And it was all just a dream. It was a dream segment and stuff.
Because apparently in the games, Bowser, I had to look it up, Bowser is obsessed with Chris.
Had to look it up. Yeah, I can definitely tell you're not a fan of, well, anything. You're not a big fan of anything. You're just a casual everything fan. Casual Star Wars fan, casual maybe Ghostbusters fan. And, I mean, sure, I only saw the first Ghostbusters movie because that one is the GOAT, the best Ghostbusters movie. And the sequel is inferior to the first movie.
This Peach, and has been for a very long time. But in today's marketplace, post-Me Too, to hear Bowser declare that he's going to ask Princess Peach to marry him, which apparently isn't a spoiler, because I looked it up and it happens in the games all the time. Mm-hmm. But he's like, I'm going to ask Princess Peach to marry me, and like his little sycophant sorcerer is like, what if she doesn't want?
No, it's just a regular Koopa Troopa, like a soldier. I'm pretty sure the soldier Koopa Troopa is referencing, like, concept art for the original Super Mario Bros. Released on the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985, way back in the day. In early versions, it had this soldier Koopa with a pitchfork, and I'm pretty sure it's referencing that.
He's like, then I'll destroy her kingdom and kill everyone she knows. And you're like, wow, that's stalker behavior. And I would say...
Stalker. Almost like Bowser's a villain. Of course he's the bad guy. Yeah. He isn't like a regular hero character like Amy Rose. Amy Rose just stalks Sonic all the time. Pretty sure she has at least kidnapped Sonic to marry him, just like Bowser.
Kind of makes this not appropriate for children, quite frankly.
We've seen that story a bunch of times with a character being kidnapped Like, have you played Banjo-Kazooie with Tootie being kidnapped by Grunty? See? God, Banjo-Kazooie just as good as Mario 64. Love both of those games, but I think Mario 64 definitely takes the cake. Sorry, Banjo fans.
And I would, in fact, I would argue that most of the movie is about who's going to date Princess Peach. And that's it. My
Oh no, 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 no! There are multiple plots, like uh, Luigi, she he's trying to be saved, and Mario does save him, and then Bowser tries to destroy both of the Mario brothers in Brooklyn.
jaw was on the floor. I'm like, is that really what this movie is about? That is a really outdated story. I think fans and just moviegoers and
Yeah, I can kind of agree that, but Peach at least isn't some like helpless princess. And wait, what's this? Girl power. Really? Girl power. You think girl power is offensive? No, it isn't. It's actually good. I mean, I'm so glad Peach isn't some helpless princess anymore being kidnapped over and over and over again. She finally grew up. She's not a princess anymore. She's a queen. Yeah, queen.
general, and everybody associated with this film deserve more. And it's a shame because Jack Black does a fantastic job as Bowser. You can't even recognize that it's Jack Black's voice. Then Bowser sings, and you're like, "Oh yeah, he's voiced by Jack Black." And you still can't tell that it's Jack Black.
I love Jack Black. He is funny. More funny than me. Eh, However, he wasn't really that funny as even the Minecraft movie. I mean, I think I saw like 5 minutes of the Minecraft movie when it came on video, and I decided I didn't really like it.
And I think that the talent is definitely here. It's really just the script. So Jack Black was fantastic. Also, in an effort to move away from doing, speaking of disturbing, I would also classify this movie as a little offensive.
Offensive. Offensive. You think this movie's offensive? Dude, I also speak in I love Mario and Luigi's Italian voices. But it's I'm glad that at Chris Pratt and Charlie Day are doing something different instead of just the same thing over and over again. They're actually returning to like the original voice from Mario as a stereotypical Brooklyn Italian with a regular voice, but not too extreme. It's a kids movie after all.
Because instead of doing the Italian accents, ironically, because they were worried about being offensive.
No, they were not They were not worried. They just want to do something different. I'm pretty sure mainly because Mario can get pretty annoying sometimes. Same with Luigi. Do you really want to hear like a trillion wahoos? Those I do, but many people do not, and I respect those people. But you think that the games are offensive because of the stereotypical Italian voices. No, they're not. No, you should not disrespect Charles Martinet like that. Leave the old man alone.
Instead, they decided to give everyone a variation of a New York accent, which again I found kind of offensive. It's like everyone's either a Goodfellas or a Woody Allen movie, because and not just in the New York scenes, by the way. Mario and Luigi live in New York City, but you're like when you get to the Mushroom Kingdom, Donkey Kong Land is the same way, and so you're just kind of like, why would you make that choice? Like, why do you think that's somehow not offensive and the Italian thing would be?
Really, the movie was not going to be offensive in one shape or form. Have you seen the movie Hop? That movie is offensive. Or is the offensive final boss of movies.
It's just crazy. The movie also also leans really heavily on classic hit songs, a little bit the way Guardians of the Galaxy has done.
See, I can actually kind of agree with that. I really didn't think the pop songs fit a movie like this. As as at least the fans did something and restored the music, and with that, it kind of ruins the stuff. Like, have you heard the song "Driving in Me Bananas" instead of "Take on Me," which really didn't fit the scene? "Take on Me" is a great song, but not a great song for the Mario movie. I think "Driving Me Bananas" fits much more.
And sometimes it gets your blood pumping. It's not a bad strategy. But here it's very poorly executed. Like everything, just when you're like, okay, now we're cooking, it peters out. And they're like, okay, we're done. And you're like, oh, you promised me a fun jam. Like when they start to make the Mario Karts, and one of the Kongs is like puts on his shades and he's like, "What do you want me to do for you?" But he just says it with a nod, and you're like, oh, "That's pretty cool." And it seems like it's going to be awesome. The music starts, they turn up the volume, and then they're done. And I was like, I guess if you've ever built your own Mario Kart, you'd be like, "Oh, cool, it's just like the game." But as someone who has never built a Mario Kart, I still have not had the pleasure of the experience. But I did really like Anya Taylor-Joy. She is always a delight as an actress
Mm-hmm.
on screen, but it turns out she has a great voice for animation as well. And she's great sport. Look what she wore to the premiere for the movie, a variation on Princess Peach's Mario Kart outfit. I thought that was great. I am a little tired though of girl power for the sake of girl power.
Sexist idiot right here. She's being sexist to her own kind. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say kind. Okay, gender. Yeah, she's being sexist to her own gender. Sorry for me saying kind.
Characters. Like, if you're not going to fully develop them, I just get frustrated because I know certain groups are going
Wah,
to
wah,
complain.
wah, 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 wah.
And you should have justification for things. It's like if you're not going to do it right, don't do it. And again, she's all girl power, but yet the movie is just about who she's going to date. She's a princess in name only. I didn't see her make any rules or control the kingdom or anything. She just kind of went on a date with Mario, and Bowser was really jealous about it. And you're like, is this really what this movie is about?
Dude, that Bowser render. I wish I can show you it, but I don't want to show that stupid girl's face. But that Bowser render, that Bowser picture, I just love it. I love it. It's so funny and also kind of like sexy at the same time. Like, hey girl, wanna go out with me, my boy, your big turtle husband.
Keegan-Michael Key's voice is also unrecognizable as Toad, which is a shame. I love Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. It doesn't really fit Toad's voice. He's
But Toad is adorable, and he serves as a good ad for his new restaurant at Universal
wouldn't
Studios.
really call it ad. Ad. Toadstool Cafe. Hey, I'm pretty. Isn't referencing like Princess Peach's original name? If you haven't heard, Princess Peach was originally called Princess Toadstool in the older games. Pretty sure everybody knows that because a lot of people, well, including me, grew up with the Mario games. Grew up with it during COVID. Yeah, I mean, I'm 14 years old. I haven't lived for that long. I'm turning 15 this year. Here, I still, for some reason, I kind of, for some reason, feel nostalgic for the older Mario games. Yeah.
In fact, I wish he'd done more cooking. I was like, oh, that's why he has a restaurant. That's great. That's awesome. What are you making? There was one quick moment where I can't do a spoiler review for this movie because I still can't really tell you what happened in it. But there was like one distraction, and I felt like they didn't even do that right. I was like, tell them that there's good food back there, Mario. Why do you, be like, hey, he's cooking up something back there? I was like, that's clearly the move. All right, so speaking of Mario, how's Chris Pratt? Everybody wants to know, how's Chris Pratt? York accent, so he doesn't sound too much like Chris Pratt. I mean, occasionally you're like, oh, there he is. And Chris Pratt, by the way, outside of the controversy that surrounds him, he's a very good actor, a very likable actor. And
I really wouldn't call Christianity as offensive. I mean, just look at my channel description. It literally says God loves you, and I mean it. I am kind of Christian, but mainly Christian towards God. My own name is Dominic, which is French for blessed from the Lord, or belonging to the Lord, or something like that. You know.
Does a good job in that regard with, the emotion and all that stuff. He certainly is able to deliver in that capacity. But again, the script is so awful. Mario and Luigi's relationship just seems really forced. It's like screenwriter Matthew Fogel, who should never work again. He's done a couple of...
Dude, Frozen, man. Frozen is ass, let me tell you. That movie bombed.
Stuff for Illumination, that's about it. It's like he saw Frozen and decided to do the male version of Elsa and Anna, but none of the work to make it work. And since they insisted on
call Frozen work, and that title is already misleading because when Walt Disney died, it's a lot. I'm pretty sure a lot of people knows this, but when he died, a lot of people thought he froze himself. And the movie Walt Disney Frozen came out, so when you tried to search up Walt Disney Frozen, the movie comes up instead of articles if he froze himself or not.
Mario in the real world, so to speak, why do he and Luigi wear those funny outfits and gloves? I was like...
It's because of branding, to stand out above the crowd, to show that they're unique and special.
Guys look ridiculous. I mean, none of it made sense. Nothing in the movie made sense, so it was hard for me to get into any of that.
A lot. Well, Mario doesn't have to make sense. Have you played Super Mario Brothers 2? Barely even like the mainline games.
Speaking of Mario and Luigi, though, Charles Martinet, he had a nice cameo.
Love this guy.
He's the current voice of Mario and Luigi in the games, and a lot of fans are disappointed he's not voicing them here. But even I was like, oh, that's Charles Martinet. That's awesome. And I think it was a very nice thing to do for him. He showed up, I think, twice. Very, very briefly. But it was cute. Even the action sequences aren't that exciting. There's, like, no suspense. It's just like, oh, hey, look, it's like the game. But you never really feel like you're running.
Because it's a video game movie. I mean, when I watch the Sonic movie, I feel like I'm playing Sonic Adventure. Sure, with the San Francisco part remind me of Speed Highway a little bit during the daytime.
Any of the gauntlets yourself, you still look like you're watching the game screen instead of being put into the action. That's the whole benefit of making it a movie. And then, when could Mario turn into a cat? I guess, like, if you're into furries, that works. And maybe that'll play really well in Asian markets. I know they love cats over there.
Are you freaking kidding me? You say that it's offensive for the movie to be racist, which is not, but you're just racist yourself. It is actually, I'm pretty sure, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's very racist to say that Japan really loves cats. I'm pretty sure it's stereotypical. Just like how racist people say, hey, Japan loves rabbits and bunnies. And have you played Super Mario 3D World? I mean, sure, Mario turning into a cat is kind of weird, but I don't care. It's like, oh, the goofy, funny Mario cat. Mario furry cat. Like, I love that.
Love cats? But I just felt it robbed Mario of a lot of his personal dignity. I was like, don't do that to Mario. Where's Mario's agent? There are also 2 end credit scenes, but they're not really noteworthy. One's comedic. The second one tries to set up a potential sequel background in a way, like at least a variation of them. I spotted them. And this end credit scene is so quick that it's hard to get super excited unless you're just so excited about that character. Just like the mere tease or mention or like blip of him is enough. So yeah, this is a mess. There's no story. Nothing is explained to newbies like myself. It's kind of offensive, and none of the animation styles fit together because I guess maybe they're different games. I mean, I guess it looks this way in Mario Kart, right? But from a story perspective, it just
Shut up!
this bad. In fact, I don't think they've ever misfired. This is
When is this video gonna be over? For the Lorax and Hop are much worse than in the Mario movie. Way worse. Hop is just straight up offensive. I don't know how they were allowed to make that movie real, but they did.
The only bad movie they've ever made. And maybe what's different here? It's because Nintendo was so involved creatively, as you can see from the credits when you watch the movie. I guess it doesn't always work out, like with The Last of Us. So that's my review of Super Mario Brothers. If you aren't a fan of the games, you've been warned. But maybe you need to go with somebody who is a Nintendo fan. It's going to be rough for you. I pity you. But just remember what good friend you're being. And maybe before the movie starts...
You know, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who weren't Nintendo fans instantly became ones when they saw this movie. They were like, yeah, gotta check out the games also. Maybe they're good.
Starts, ask your Nintendo fan friend to explain some of this stuff to you, which might make it a little less painful. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even really think your Nintendo fan friend is going to like this. Alright, so...
What an idiot. What a dumbass.
Oh, share your thoughts down below. Subscribe. I know a lot of you are going to have to, like, see this.
No, I'm not subscribing to you. Not in a trillion years.
2 out of the 40 really had a good time. And I don't know if they loved it even, but at least they were laughing and reacting. Alright, so share your thoughts.
And I'm one of those people who is subscribed to the Accolade channel, the company who made Bubsy.
Down below. I don't even know if kids... Again, I don't even know if it's appropriate for kids, quite frankly.
It is. It is. It's a kid's movie.
Alright, share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.
That was the video. Don't watch. If you want to torture yourself, link into the description. I'm going to go play Mario 3 instead. I can't do this anymore. See you guys. Hope you enjoyed the Mario Galaxy movie. And the first movie, if you haven't seen it, it's on streaming. If you want to buy it, it's really cheap.